Good afternoon, everybody. We are here at HR Tech with Al Adamsen. Al, how are you today?
Richard, I'm fantastic. Great seeing you, my friend.
It's good to see you too.
Yeah.
What's top of mind for Al Adamsen?
Okay, number one, we're at HR Tech and it's massive, and there's skills-based organizations, generative AI, how that's going to affect not only HR, not only the size of the workforce, but the actual nature of work. And I love the conversation. What I am both concerned about, and I think there's huge opportunity, is what is quote unquote the business readiness for these solutions, one model included. And I'm really trumpeting governance, and I know it's kind of a boring term, but no longer can we make discrete decisions within HR only. We need to involve IT, operations, facilities, and really think about the future of work. And so I'm excited about it. I'm also like, oh my gosh, I can only imagine as a practitioner walking through, being overwhelmed, but it's fantastic.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's a fun takeaway because even here on the floor, we've seen Holistic AI, Vero's here, FairNow.ai with Guru Sethapathi. That's a presence that wasn't here before, and I think that's been going a little bit under the radar, but we have model governance teams at HR Tech selling HR Tech software for workforce model governance. We
have to have the governance structures in organizations to prioritize these solutions, to understand the boundaries, when to say no, hey, we're not going to do that, if it's going to compromise trust, or is it going to actually enable not only the organization strategically, but is it actually going to empower teams and individuals themselves? Even though I'm concerned about it, there's massive opportunity to be creative on how we're going to consume this insight and take appropriate action. So I'm excited.
That's fantastic to hear. Yeah. So Al, we had a people analytics get together earlier, and you're the talk of the town because you've got new things going on. I would love to hear about My Future Work. Could you share with the audience kind of what's happening? And people are just very excited for you.
So I'm talking to CHROs, I'm talking to CTOs, CIOs, and others to say, how well is your organization prepared for the future of work? And again, this age of perpetual disruption. And unsurprisingly, they say, well, we're not very good at it, at least not yet. And I invite the question, well, what does good look like? Well, we don't know yet. Well, what are the basic tenets? And unsurprisingly, it's like, well, we have to get better at leveraging data and analytics and insights. I go, okay, we're getting somewhere. Organizations are very good at preparing for the future of work, as a broad statement. There's anxiety among the workforce. How do we bridge that gap? How do we get better at preparing organizations, making them more agile, if you want to use that term? But this notion of continuous work transformation, going back to this notion of governance, and I'm placing my bets that we're going to get better at breaking down these silos of HR and IT.
We're getting a lot of this excitement about the future and what's coming in this generative AI and these next generation ways to manage talent. Are you seeing that as part of the conversation too? Are people waking up and realizing, I didn't do the steps I needed to do to get here?
There is this notion that if we just have that mind frame of, if I don't have the requisite data, how do I find it or how do I create it? And I think that's where there's a lot of opportunity, particularly with the solutions like One Model, to leverage AI to provide these insights at scale, at speed, and in a sustainable way. So there's huge opportunity.
I love that. Now, appropriate data is a creative process. That's going to stick with me. Because one of these things, we think about data and it's like, oh, that's cut and dry, that's mathematical, that's the analytical nerds. It is a people process the entire way down.
We need to humanize work, particularly with hybrid work. So we'll keep pushing and see where we go.
I love that. Al, thanks for being here today.
Richard, appreciate you.